Okay. Oh, thanks for being here. I think we'll just start by turning inward this morning. So please close your eyes. Just notice your breath moving in and out. There's a symbol and that's kind of an ancient, it goes back to a lot of ancient cultures. It's a spiral. And a lot of times it has spiritual meanings in different cultures. Like when I was in Peru, it means Mother Earth. Other cultures, it's the symbol of life. And so it starts small and then it gets bigger and bigger, or it can start big and get small, whichever way you're thinking about it. So today we're going to kind of explore doing some spirals in class. And I like to think of it as growing more expansive. So you start small and slowly move outward and more expansive as you try new things. Take in new ideas, become more connected to something greater. Please bring hands to heart center. May we all notice and appreciate the grace that's within us and all around us. And please lower your hands, open your eyes, and just bring your hands together and just bring your elbows out a little bit. And then pretend like you're stirring a pot of stew. So think small first, and then spiral bigger and bigger, and maybe twist to the right and left as you stir the pot. Good. And then switch directions of your stir. So start small and just think of that spiral and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Good. And then pause. Bring your hands on your hips and think same way. You're just going to rotate your torso so your hips and your legs stay stable. And you just start rotating in a circle, but try to make it bigger. You'll feel it in your core and you'll feel it in your hips. Just kind of warming everything up. You can lean forward and back as much as you can. Good. And then come upright and then switch your spiral. So start small. Get bigger and bigger. It's a little bit of a core workout when you lean back, right? Good. And then pause and come on down. Come on down to your back and just hug your knees in. And then just hold your kneecaps and just kind of rotate the knees in a circle. Massage your low back and your glutes. Stir the pot this way, so to speak. Kind of just let your feet dangle there. Good. And then set your left foot down interlace your hands around your right thigh and stretch your legs straight. And then see if you can keep a neutral spine and extend your left leg long to the floor. Yeah. And then just make a big circle with your big toe. You can spiral it if you want, or just make a circle, warm up your ankle. And switch directions. And then just kind of challenge your hamstrings for a moment. Just stretch it a little closer. And then bend your left knee and bring your right ankle across the left thigh. Flex your foot. Maybe interlace to open up that right hip. A long spine. Yeah, good. And then we'll switch. So set the right foot down, interlace behind the left thigh. Press the leg as straight as you can. Maybe extend the right leg. And then start to make that circle with your big toe or spiral. Think of drawing a spiral on the ceiling with your big toe. And then switch directions. And a little hamstring challenge, just pull that leg a little closer. And then bending the right knee, foot flat, bring the left ankle across. And interlace behind the thigh. Stretch out your left glute. Feel it out. Good. And then unwind, just hug your knees in again, grab your shins and roll up to seated. Yeah. And come up to all fours position. And since we're thinking circles, think hula hoop around your waist. So kind of move just your waist in a circle. Allow your spine to move. You can get as wild as you need to here. And then switch directions here. Feel good? And then pause in all fours. Extend just your right leg. Point the toe. Engage the core. And then start to make a spiral with your right foot. Making that circle a little bigger, just rotating it. Keeping your hips square. And then start going the other direction. Yeah, it's really keep the long back of neck. Draw your low belly up. And bring that right knee down. Extend the left knee. Point the toes. Just feel stable in your core. That's the main thing as you start your spiral. Whichever way feels appropriate. You can start making it bigger if that works. Without moving your hips at all. Just the leg. Switch directions. And bring that knee in. And go ahead and sit back to a child's pose. Notice the relief that you get from releasing the weight from your wrists. And then coming up again. We're going to do that one more time, but this time, right leg extends. Think really strong core and left arm. Now this is going to feel really awkward, but try and rotate both. Make a spiral with both. I try and coordinate mine, but it doesn't seem to work. Good, switch directions. Really makes you think. Draw your low belly up and bring it down. Good job. Switch, left leg, right arm. And just start small. And switch directions. Long back of neck. Good, and come on down. Bring your hands forward slightly. Extend your left arm and thread it underneath. Thread the needle. Notice how you're making a spiral from your low back up to your shoulders and this little twist. And then unwind and switch. Left right arm up and thread it underneath. Spiral of your spine. I like to think of DNA molecule, the spiral, right? Think of that. And then come on up. And I'm going to have you grab your blocks and bring them under your hands and then step your left foot up to the outside of your block. And keeping your spine nice and straight, curl your right toes under and lift the back knee. And maybe lift and lower the heel a few times. Appreciating that stretch. And then lower the knee. Hug to the midline with your heel and knee together, and then maybe lower down to a humble pose. Nice long spine. One more breath. And come on up to your hands. Good. Keeping your right hand on the block, bring your left hand to your thigh. And think long spine. I'm just going to spiral my spine to the left. If you're really feeling like you want a challenge today, reach back, find your foot. Nice. One more breath. And release. Touch the block. Lift the back knee and step back to a downward facing dog. And then step your right foot to the outside of the right block. Hands on the blocks. That's it. Good. Keeping everything aligned. Just lift and lower your heel a few times. Your right leg's kind of an outlier. It's up to the side. Your spine's nice and long. Lower the back knee. Hug to the midline, maybe lower to the elbows. Or even to the mat if you're really feeling open today. Your heel, your left heel, knee, and sits bone align. Your spine straight up out of that. Hugging heel to knee, knee to heel. And then coming back up on the blocks, keep the left hand where it is, right hand to the thigh. And just think of that spiral in your spine. And maybe bend the knee, find the foot. Not necessary if it's not accessible. And release. Good. Lift the back knee and step back to down dog on the blocks. And then step your feet to the middle of the mat and step your hands off the blocks to a forward fold or on the blocks if that works better for you. And just take in a forward fold and keep your knees bent if you need to. And just grab your elbows and just kind of make a little spiral in this position. So your hips and legs stay in the same position, but maybe you can swing around your arms and your spine. Which directions? Good, and then pause. And bend your knees, bring your hands on your knees, and come up to a chair pose or a squat. Hands to heart center. Good. Thinking long spine. And then press into your feet and come on up to standing. I'm going to have you grab your blocks and stack one in front of the other. And then step your right foot on and then press into your right foot, lift your left heel. Good. Nice. And then maybe lift your left foot completely and think, I'm just going to make a little spiral with that left foot. Keep your arms out to the side for balance if you want. And then start the other direction. You can go as small or as big as it feels safe to you. Good. And then step down and switch. The left foot steps on, right lift, and then start the spiral. Try and keep the outer thighs really engaged. It'll help. And switch directions. One side always feels easier than the other. And release. Good job, Anna. Awesome. And move your blocks. Move your blocks off to the front of your mats for a moment and come on up there. And just stand in your best Tadasana. Bring hands to heart center. And we're going to do some funky spiral sun salute. So you can choose to use your blocks if you need them. I'm going to leave mine off the mat for now. So inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, pranam. And exhale, fold. Step your left foot back to deep lunge. Pause there, just feel that good stretch. And then bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot and ground your left foot down. So the little toe side's parallel to the back of the mat. And then walk your hands to the left. And when you get to the middle with your hands, turn your right foot forward. That's it. Prasarita Padottanasana. Kind of sway in a circle a little bit. You'll have to bend your knees just to see if you're really using all parts of your feet. And then pause when you feel like, oh yeah, the weight's right in the middle. And then come up like a pranam, walk your hands to the left again. So you're moving towards the back of the room. Turn your left foot out. Bring your left hand to the outside of the left foot. Turn the right heel up. And then step forward. You'll be in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back again to deep lunge. This time, lower the back knee and stretch up to that monkey lunge or Anjane Asana. Three nice, long, slow, deep breaths. On your next exhale, touch down, lift the back knee, ground that left foot down, walk your hands to the left again. Turn your right foot forward when your hands get to the middle. Prasarita Padottanasana. Keeping your legs and your pelvis really strong. Bending right at the hip crease. Just enjoy a moment there. And then walking your hands again to the left, turn the left foot forward. When your left hand gets to the outside, turn the right heel up. Lower the back knee. And with a nice sweep of the arms, Anjane Asana. On the exhale, touch down, lift the back knee, and inhale, step forward, forward fold. Exhale, fold, pranam. Fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your right foot back. Deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Slide the hips back. Straighten the left leg. Runner's lunge. Keeping everything aligned. Wherever it feels like a good stretch to you. Good. Bend back into the front knee. Lift the back knee. Ground the back foot down as you walk your hands to the right this time. When your hands get to the middle, turn the left foot forward. And then come out like a pranam. So your hands are right under your shoulders. Bring your right hand to your hip. Twist to your right. And then release. Bring your left hand to your hip. Twist to your left. Good. Touch down, walk your hands to the right towards the back, turn the right foot out, left heel up, lower the back knee, slide the hips back, runner's lunge on this side. You can stretch the toes if that feels good. Just maintain your good alignment. On your next exhale, bend into your front knee, lift your back knee, and step forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step the right foot back. Deep lunge. Ground the back foot down. And then sweep your arms up to a warrior two position. Notice weight in both feet. Really stable in the legs and the pelvis. And bring your hands to heart center and just think of spiraling a little bit. So it feels like you're not moving the legs or the pelvis. You're just kind of rotating in the socket, stirring the pot again. Feels like a little bit of a reverse warrior as you go through. Good. Pause. Extend the arms. Bring your left elbow to your knee. Your right arm up towards the ceiling. Think shoulder blades on the back, broaden the clavicles, and then begin to spiral your right arm. And you can start to make it bigger if that works for you. A big spiral. Good. And then reach forward, touch the floor, bring the left hand down too. Walk your hands to the right as you straighten the left leg and turn the left foot forward. Sarada. This time reach out and grab your ankles or shins. Pull in a little bit as you broaden your thighs. So shins in, thighs out. Feel really strong. Good. And then hands back to the floor. Walk the hands to the right. Turn your right foot out. Bend the right knee. Windmill up. Warrior two. Nice. Good job. If you like the stir the pot, do that. Hands to heart center to stir the pot. Your legs and pelvis stay grounded and strong. Good, and then pause, arms out. Right elbow to knee, left arm up. Shoulder blades on the back, belly turned in, shoulders square to the side. And then maybe start the little spiral with your arm if that feels good. Good. And switch the rotation. It does feel good. Good. Reach that left hand forward towards the floor, touch it down, turn the back heel up, and step forward. And this time, step both feet back to a downward facing dog. Make sure your feet and your hands are plenty wide. And then shift your weight to your right hand and right foot and move forward to plank. And then shift the weight to the left side and push back to down dog. So it's like you're making a circle with your bum. Just keep going like that, rotating between down dog and plank, moving in a circle. Good. And next time you're all the way around, switch the direction of your spiral or circle. And then pause and downward facing dog. Now that you're grounded through all four limbs, come forward to plank. Hold for a moment. Long back of neck. Broaden the clavicles. And then lower to the mat. Stretch your feet long. Lift up to cobra. And just lift and lower a few times, just exploring since we haven't really bent in that direction. One more time. Good. Push all the way back. Downward facing dog. And step forward to a forward fold. With a big inhale, sweep your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart center. And I want to do one more of those circular sun salutes, weird things, but inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Front arms and fold. Step your left foot back first to deep lunge. Round the back foot down. Make your way, windmill up, warrior two again. Inhale, stretch your arms up, and as you do, straighten your front leg. And exhale, bring the arms out and fold into a triangle. Just pause there, just thinking. Open up. If you like a little rotation in your arm, you can. Keep your thigh nice and strong and long. Good. Pretend like I'm pulling on your wrist. Inhale, come back up to standing. Stretch your arms up. Turn your right foot forward. And then fold forward, Prasarita Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way back up. As you bring your arms to T, turn your left leg towards the back of the room. Triangle pose when you're ready. Maybe little circles with your arm if you want. Pretend like I'm pulling on your wrist, come back, up, bend your front knee, warrior two. And windmill down, turn the back heel up so you're facing the back wall, step forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam. And fold. Step the right foot back first this time. Deep lunge. Get really strong. Come up. Crescent warrior. Now this is going to be challenging. Hands to heart center. Keep your legs, your pelvis stable, and stir the pot. You can add a little twist if you want. Good. Pause. Stretch the arms up. Straighten the front leg. Fold forward. And you're in Padottanasana. Bring the left hand to the inside. Walk the hands to the right. Ground the back heel down. Turn the left toes forward. Sarita. Brief pause. And then keep going. Walk your hands to the right. Turn the right toes out. Turn the left toes up. Straighten the right leg. Just brief pause there. Bend the knee. Lift crescent warrior. Take your time. See how stable you can feel here. Back leg has to stay super engaged. Hands to heart center. And maybe stir the pot. Head pause, stretch the arms up. Straighten the front leg. And fold forward. Step forward, Uttanasana. Turn your toes out, take a deep squat. And go ahead and gracefully lay down to your backs. Bring your feet right under your knees. Shoulder blades underneath, hands by your hips. And then press into your feet and lift your bum up a little bit. To Satipanda. I want you to feel strong, so make sure your arms and your shoulders support you. I'm going to have you rotate your bum in a little circle. And keep the feet strong, and then switch directions. Good, pause in the middle and set your hips down. Hug your knees in. Move the knees right and left, just kind of loosening up the low back. And then setting the feet down. Bring the feet a little bit wider, arms in cactus. Just do some windshield wipers. Like that. Calming down your back and your hips. And then landing, bringing your feet closer together. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees open wide. I want to spiral your spine here. So bring your arms to cactus or T. And just keeping your shoulders where they are, just roll to your left hip and bring your right leg across. And you'll be in a lying down twist. Might have to scoot you a little bit. Think of that visual of your spine spiraling, maybe even turn your head to the right. Complete the spiral all the way through the top of the head. And then coming back to center, just bring the right knee across and open up to Supta Baddha Konasana again. So knees wide, butterfly pose. Pause there. And then we'll go to the other side. So left knee comes all the way across. Left shoulder stays down. Might have to hook your knees closer, make it a comfortable twist. Add the top part by turning your head to the left. And then coming back to center, both knees up, shift your hips, hug your knees in, and just hold your kneecaps. And again, push them away. And just kind of, you can make little circles with your knees. I like to add a little pressure down into my hip sockets. I can do them together or separate. And then go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana. Legs long. As you relax in Shavasana, I wanted to try a little spiral meditation with you, which I think is kind of cool. So the spiral meditation is a technique developed by Dr. W. Brugge Joy that uses sacred geometry as a means to heal and nourish the body, mind, and spirit. It can be used on a daily basis when dealing with illness or as desired in a healthy person to maintain a deep sense of inner harmony. It is also beneficial as a pre-surgery meditation to encourage the body to heal more rapidly, or before any stressful situation to bring your whole being into balance. Please relax your body. Try this. Just part your teeth a little bit and rotate your lower jaw in a circle. Rotate it the opposite direction. Relax it. Relax your arms, your pelvis, your legs. And then bring your attention to your heart space. And try this. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on top of the right hand. Just try to connect with the unconditional love that really is in the center of your heart. Allowing the energy of the heart to flow freely. You may even feel your heartbeat. The energy or vibration of the heart is what we will use to initiate the spiral. So keeping your right hand on your heart, place your left hand on your solar plexus. So that spot right between your heart and your belly button. And starting with your heart, imagine a spiral reaching out to the right and coming around and up and over to the left and then down through the solar plexus. Now place your left hand on your high heart, so right above your right hand. And imagine that spiral continuing on to the right and coming around through the high heart. Then lifting up your left hand, place it on your left side, kind of in your belly where your spleen resides. And imagine that spiral continuing on around down the left side through the spleen. And now picking up your left hand, place it on your throat. And imagine that spiral continuing around through the spleen, back to the right side of your body, up and around, maybe higher this time through your shoulder, through your throat. And then picking up your left hand, bring it down to your low abdomen, right above the base of your spine. And imagine that spiral continuing down through the left side, maybe out to your elbow and down through your low belly, your low abdomen. And then picking up your left hand, place it on your third eye space, so right between your eyes. And imagine that spiral continuing on from the base of your spine up the right side, maybe through your right elbow, your even outside your shoulder, up through your third eye. And now bring your hand on top of your right hand. They're both on the heart. And imagine that spiral now continuing down, kind of outside the left side of your body, down through your knees, and continuing on up, and then reaching way up to the crown of your head, and continuing on around down the left side, down through your feet, encompassing your whole body, this spiral getting bigger and bigger. And now as it comes up the right side, it reaches up about 2 feet above your head, where we call this your transpersonal point. You can imagine your aura. And just pause with both hands on your heart. We're going to close the spiral now. So imagine 2 feet above your head, the spiral starting down the right side now, all the way down through your feet, continuing up the left side, coming across the crown of your head, down the right side, through both your knees, and around the left side, through your third eye, down the right side, through the base of your spine, around and up the left side, up through your throat, around, down, around the right side, through your spleen, up the left side, through your high heart, down the right side, through your solar plexus, up your left side, up around and down into your heart, closing the spiral. And now relax your hands by your side. And rest in Shavasana. Feeling a sense of completion and wholeness. Now reconnecting with your breath. Slowly feel yourself coming back to the room, back in this body. And start to move in small ways. And just taking your time, moving however you want to come on back up to seated. Bring hands to heart center. So grateful for each of you. And I bow to that beautiful light that is always in your heart. Namaste. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for joining me.